Alright guys, we got another video for you today. This is actually a little different. These are slip joints, and I haven't done slip joints in a long time, and I used to be way into slip joints, more of the traditional style slip joint. There's been a few modern slip joints that I liked, but we decided to come out with their own line of slip joints. These are the first two, the Gentry and the Scamp, and they're a premium, high-end slip joint. So let's talk about these knives, and this isn't really going to be a full review, more of an overview of these slip joints, because this is not really my wheelhouse to give, I think, a really good review on. But these are part of the pass around group, and I was very curious and interested to check them out, so I wanted to give them some screen time. So let's talk about the Gentry first. This is the larger one. It's 3.45 inch blade. It has S35 VN steel with what they call a, kind of a hand-rubbed black finish. It's a really, really handsome finish on the blade. I actually really, really like it. I think it looks really hot. Let's check it out. Look at that. Really cool looking finish on the blade. And then it actually is on the handle too. So you have this like bronzed handle, and it's got the same finish as the blade. It's actually really, really handsome. So if you like slip joints a lot, this would totally be a nice nice one for you. It's a pretty large slip joint. Let's do some size. Let's do the Gentry, or the Scamp, excuse me, is the smaller one. But let's compare it like to the Smock here, and it's got about the same length handle as the Smock, which is pretty big for a slip joint, honestly. I think it's actually closer to the 940. Yeah, it's about the same size. It's got the same size handle essentially as the 940, so it's a little large for a slip joint. But that aside, what makes slip joints slip joints? Well, they're non-locking knives, obviously. And slip joint guys, back when I used to be into slip joints a lot, one of the things you always looked for was walk and talk, and how the knife, and if it had a half stop. Okay, it's got a dedicated half stop, which is great. Here's a look at EU Benchmade for not doing that on the proper. And it's got really nice closure. It's got really good walk and talk. I mean, really nice. If you are a slip joint guy and know what I'm talking about, it's very nice. Not too stiff. Can you pull it open with a nail nick? Yes, easily. You can pinch it to open it. You can use the nail nick to open it. No big deal. So I think the walk and talk is absolutely really good on these knives, both of them. Carbon fiber handles, again, look really nice. You have a cutting edge of 3 inches on this because of this choil here. And speaking of cutting, these things are slicey, man. I mean, what did I measure? An incredibly thin, slicey blade. That's one reason why guys do like slip joints. It's because they are typically very, very slicey. And I remember it being like so thin behind the edge. Like, I had to like remeasure it. 0.017 behind the edge. So very, very thin, very slicey blade. So if you like those kind of blades, you don't mind carrying a slip joint, because there's obviously no pocket clip on these. And this is not a one-handed opening knife, it's a two-hand opening knife. You do have a lanyard hole, which, whatever. A slip joint, I don't really get lanyard holes anyway, but and you do have a flat ground blade on this with a handle length of 4.35 inches. It's only 0.625 inches or 0.47 inches thick, very slim, and when it's closed it's only 0.6 inches wide, so it's very slim and slender, and something you could drop in your pocket, or maybe in like one of those pocket sheaths or something. But a very nicely done slip joint. 188 bucks. I mean, it's a higher end slip joint. But you'll see some of those GECs go that high because they get so hard to get, especially depending on the type of material. So you have modern materials with titanium and carbon fiber and S35, but then you have the traditional style knife of having the nail nick and having the half stop, and the slip joint mechanism. So very nice. That's the Gentry. The Scamp is the smaller one, which is probably one I would go with. I actually wish they had this finish though. I love this finish on this blade. On the Gentry, maybe they do, or not, excuse me, on the Scamp. Maybe it's offered. I don't, actually it is. Look at that. So you can get the Scamp with the same black finish on the blade. That would be the way I went. This one's satin finished. Again, these are pass-around knives, so sent to us by we to do in our videos. But I actually love that finish, so I would think that would look really good on this one. And this one's full titanium, no carbon fiber or anything. Same blade still, S35. Your specs on this guy, it's 6.8 inches overall with a blade length of 3 inches, 2.6 inch cutting edge because of the choil there. You have drop point blade with a flat grind finish. You can do black or the satin finish. The handle's only 3.8 inches. It's only a ½ inch wide. It can't possibly be a ½ inch. What are you talking about? oh, 0.4 inches thick, 1/2 inch wide with it being shut this way is only a 1/2 inch, so it doesn't take up any space. Super lightweight, weighs what? 1.85 ounces, and this one's probably 2 something. Very, very lightweight. So again, really nice walk and talk. Instead of your traditional nail nick though on this one, it's got more of an opening hole to get your nail under, so it really opens nicely. But really, really nice walk and talk, and nice flush back spring. Things you look for on a slip joint. So very nice. This one does not have a lanyard hole, but it does have a lanyard, well, it has a kind of a barrel spacer that you could use as a lanyard attachment, so I do prefer that as well. So if I were to get one of these, it would probably be the smaller one, because the handle is a little bit smaller, which is kind of, I think, what you're looking for. It's $10 cheaper than the other one. But the walk and talk is really good on them, and centering and everything is great. Like I said, flush back spacer, really, really nice fit and finish. Very slicey, thin blade stock. So if you can't have a locking knife and you love slip joints, you definitely need to look into these Wii slip joints. Well, this one's a little thicker behind the edge, surprisingly. No. Yeah, a little bit, 0.0185. That's going to vary from knife to knife, depending on how they ground these. But overall, the handle on this one's really nice. It's pretty small. Dang, I don't have any small knives by me. There's the 940, which is a lot bigger. So this is kind of more what you would think out of a slip joint, I think, is something this small that you can kind of drop in your pocket that weighs less than 2 ounces. You know, maybe you have a locking restriction at your work, or maybe you just want a nice gentleman's carry, you know, something to slip in your pocket to use. This is definitely a good option. So nice to see Wii come out with slip joints. You can kind of see, I think this is their first foray, and I don't think I know it is, but you're seeing companies like Kaiser do them. You're seeing a few different these Chinese brands get into the slip joint game, and this is Wii's first try, and they did really, really well. I mean, I judge slip joints a lot by the walk and talk and the back spring and such and the fit and finish, and these are some of the best you're going to find for those. I mean, super, super nice. I'd put these up there with GEC as far as your walk and talk and your walk and talk and your fit and finish, and you know, your blades and everything are concerned, back spring, centering, all that. I'd put these up there with any slip joint, really. So very nicely done, Wii, on the Gentry and the Scamp. Thanks for sending in for the pass around. We really appreciate it. It's so nice to be able to check out all these knives, you know, without having to fork out all the money for ourselves. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.